Hey, folks, did you have your hopes dashed with Tesla earnings today? If you did, you're not alone. So, the question we have to ask today is Tesla's once unstoppable surge in EV market coming to an end as it hit a big road bump? Today, we're going to dive into the latest news and views about the twists and turns that Tesla has taken on everything from cooling growth forecast to the shifting competition. And we're going to, paint the landscape with what the challenges they're having. And let's see how far this is going to fall. But you're going to have to stay tuned to the end because that's where I'm going to show you exactly where my projection is on the charts. Hey there, I'm Dennis Wilburn. I am the AutoPilot trader. Welcome to today's session. Let's jump into it. Okay, if you remember yesterday on the short that I put out, I promised I'd get back to you with a video today as we're going to peel back the layers of Tesla's recent market performance. If you've been following Tesla stock, it's been on one heck of a roller coaster ride since about November of 2023, where it's dropped about almost 30% from then. And then we're down 20% in the month of January. So the after-hour process today is showing some ugliness. And by the way, you could have been driving that Tesla today during earnings, and I know you weren't. But what happened after hours? We basically had a sell-off big time. If you recall in yesterday's short, I highlighted a level of support at 194.07. Guess where it went to? About that point. Will support hold? That's the big question from here on out. And if it's going to correct, how much deeper will it correct? So let's break this down for you and see what we're thinking. One, growth expectations for Tesla has tempered their expectation. After the company's meteoric rise, it's now saying that growth could be slowed dramatically from what it was last year when it surged 33% on all deliveries. One of the interesting things that the Tesla talking head said was that they're in between two major growth waves. That's exactly what they said. So as Tesla continues to pivot, what does that mean to us? So this pivot signals a potential shift in the high-speed growth of Tesla. Number two, what about the market terrain? Well, the market dynamics has changed dramatically from when Tesla was one of the major players in town. Basically, there's a lot of things. One, demand in the U.S. People aren't getting with the EVs anymore. That's why Ford's dropping out. A couple other things that have happened to it. Hertz come out and said, hey, we're going to not have a big EV fleet anymore. And then the China company is just bumping on Tesla's head and taking the position of the top sales. Three, operating margin is in decline. This is significant for Tesla because it plummeted from 16% to 8.5% year over year. This drop hints at rising cost pressures, possibly exacerbated by recent price cut. And what about Elon Musk's influence? Does he still have it anymore? Tesla's visionary leader recently stirred the pot. His comments about ownership stakes and future production plans added an unpredictable twist to Tesla. Elon Musk said he wants to own 25% of Tesla again. Currently owns about 18% with options to buy all the way up to 21%. The competitive landscape, number five, as I mentioned, Hertz is offloading their part of their EV fleet, and BYD, the Chinese company, is basically edging past Tesla on Q4 sales. Global challenges is the next issue. Internationally, Tesla faces a lot of hurdles. Production halts in Germany, price cuts in China and Europe highlight the global challenges in play. And then there's the Analyst. Morgan Stanley came out recently and adjusted Tesla's price target from $380 down to $345, which says that captures the growing unease about the EV manufacturers' balance and Tesla's profitability. At the same time, though, there's other analysts who are saying, wrong answer. They're projecting that the price target on Tesla, $237. You have to look forward. That is a 6 to 12 month projection, an estimate of where they think Tesla is going to be. What does that mean to us mortal people? It means that basically they're looking at Tesla having a huge cap on it. The other thing that works into the mix is what's the current fair value price of Tesla. Stand by for a shock. It's $166. So I don't know what Morgan Stanley's smoking. Where does that leave us? Let's jump into the doggone charts where I like to live, and we'll see what the after hours is showing us, and then what does that show us for potential, both upside and downside. So let's get into the charts right now. Okay, guys, let's dig into the charts. This is my strong point. I'm a technical analyst, been doing it for almost 30 years now. And let's take a look at where some of the levels that Tesla could go to. If you're just watching the YouTube channel, Market Tech Talk, for the first time, and you're liking this content, please subscribe, but refer us on to other traders. And like I said, we've been at this a long time, and we're pretty darn good at it. On Tesla, after hours, after earnings, where does the after hours sell off leave Tesla stock prices? Are we looking at a temporary setback or a deeper trend that could reshape Tesla's market dominance? Maybe that's happening anyway. You want to stay with us till the end, because I'm going to be diving in and showing a detailed technical analysis of where prices could go if Tesla continues to sell off. But remember, the full picture of how high or how low Tesla prices could go will be revealed. So don't miss out by leaving too soon. Here was the big move after hours. We had things jumping from 212.98 down all the way down and breaking this strong support at 194.07. You can tell that the after hours now has calmed down. I'll be watching this first thing tomorrow morning to see what may turn out. As you can see, this long candle right here, it did pierce the 194.07 level. However, will it close behind it? And so be watching. If you're an early riser, here I'm in Hawaii, so I'm going to set my clock a little bit earlier before the market opens to see how Tesla's doing pre-market. And that may give us a clue whether or not we're going deeper. If we do go deeper, where are we likely to go? Daily chart is really interesting. As you can see, Tesla has broke out from this uptrending line. It was in a nice triangle, and we had a high here of 265.13. That's one of the levels of resistance that Tesla would have to get through to get back into an uptrend. So just keep that in mind. We're below the 200-day moving average, which is right there. And then the 194 level, the after hours that we're seeing, this is that level right there. So we know that price action is hanging out and lingering right there prior to the market opening tomorrow morning. So what's going to happen next? If we get a daily close below the 194.07 level, that increases the probability that we'll go to the next level of support. Let's go ahead and jump into the weekly chart to figure out where the next levels are. The next levels is down here at 152.37. Johnny, how far of a drop is that on Tesla? If I drop out of this level here and it goes all the way down here, a 21% drop. We're already down for the year. It has dropped 22% from the highs of 2023. It has dropped down. It actually got as low as a 35% move down, and it's currently about 30% below that. So things aren't looking really strong for Tesla. What are the couple of other things that I want to be looking at? Look how price action is now rolled over and it's below the major moving averages. Again, that dotted line right there is reflective of the 200-day moving average. And so we're below that. And we are also in a series of lower highs, lower lows, and lower highs. And so there is a channel here where price actions may go to. And it's right along these lows here. That's where prices could go to. And let's draw a line in there to see how long we think it would be for the prices to get there. And I'm going to draw my parallel line across here. So that is a level of underneath support. If we continue on at the same trajectory that we are currently on, which is about from here, just draw a straight line down. And that puts about, this is an estimate, guys, right there. And that shows that we could hit that around 20th of February. If we do break out the 194 level, then it can continue to bounce down until it hits this downtrend line, the lower part of the channel there. That's where prices could reverse and come back up. I will show you what the momentum looks like, because the momentum on both the weekly and the daily charts is looking like it is very oversold, and therefore it may be time for at least a relief rally, because when a stock moves, it can't take the pressure of going up all the time, can't take the pressure of going down all the time. And so you get relief from that momentum somewhere. And that's what they call the ebbs and flows. Why is it likely to stop here at 194? I'm glad you asked. The reason why is that that's where the buyers came in before. So a lot of times the institution will be sitting there going, if I get back down close to that level of the 194 level, I want to be a buyer again. It's when there's no more buyers left and that level cracks and breaks, that's when you're likely to slip on down to the next level where the buyers are hanging out, which is down at the 152 area, 152.37. What about a lower level? People have been teasing me. They've said, no way in the world Tesla's going to get back down to $100. Guess what? If 122.37 fails, watch it. Will it go directly down there? Heavens no, it won't, but it'll basically zigzag its way down. That's your next target. Now, a way to determine that is the top of this hammer right here, this reversal hammer, that's a level of good support also. So you really have a support zone down here between 118 and 101, which is about $16 worth of support where prices could drop down into that level. So throw in an alert just above that 118.80 level. So I'd put it in there about 121, and then another alert down here at about 105. And now you can go about your business, be happy, and just have a good time. And if those are triggered, then we want to go take a look at the charts and say, okay, do I have a reversal signal? And is this the time to buy Tesla? If you want to know more about how to figure out the timing, check out our video on our playlist that is about the Fibonacci time retracements. It'll blow your mind. We'll have a link for that playlist on the final page. The other thing that I'm looking at right here is my momentum. As you can see, my momentum is starting to fade and it continues to slack off. I can take a line on my TSI and you can draw a line across here. If you want to know when the momentum is going to shift, draw a line across there. And as long as that momentum downtrend is in place, it's not ready to break its structure back up to the upside. What's next is the monthly charts. And you can see from the monthly charts, oh my goodness gracious, if we break 103, guys, stand by to stand by. Where's the next stop? Now, I'm not saying that Tesla is going there. It's not like the 10 Commandments. Basically, those are areas where people were buying and selling strong levels previously. And on that breakout, it was at $64.60. And if Tesla did fall from where it's currently at down to there, that would be 65%. What was Tesla's fall last year? Here's from 2021. It fell 75%. So the downside potential is definitely in Tesla. And who knows? We may be able to pick it up at one of those levels inexpensively. As you can see, it may be time to be very excited about Tesla. Now, we don't want to wind up with a burning Tesla going off a cliff. Tesla is too good a company to be ignored. I know Jim Cramer said take it off of the Mag 7 list and then you can have the significant 6 or whatever he wanted to call it. Elon Musk cannot be ignored. He's one of the most brilliant innovators that we've seen in this century. My personal opinion on that, but I think he's proved it. If you like today's video and would like to see more of these type of analysis, leave a comment and leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.